Parenting is one of the hardest jobs in the world. But what if I told you that many parents are unknowingly making it harder on themselves? A recent study showed that 7 out of 10 parents feel overwhelmed, and nearly 60% of them admit to not enjoying the process as much as they thought they would. Shocking, right? The truth is, it doesn't have to be this way. You can raise kids you actually like, and even enjoy the journey. In this guide, we'll explore simple yet powerful strategies that can turn everyday parenting struggles into moments of connection, joy, and understanding. From listening to your child's needs to laughing through the messes, you'll discover how to build a relationship that's both healthy and fun. Get ready to break free from the stress, and say goodbye to the idea of perfect parenting. Let's dive into how small changes in your approach can transform your relationship with your kids, and make you both happier. Chapter 1. The Superpower of Listening. Why your child's voice matters. Listening is more than hearing words, it's about truly connecting with your child. When you take the time to listen actively, your child feels valued and understood. Did you know that children who feel heard are more likely to open up to their parents about challenges later in life? In fact, a study from the American Academy of Pediatrics revealed that children with strong emotional connections to their parents are more likely to have higher academic performance and better mental health. Start by practicing reflective listening. Repeat what they've said back to them. For example, if your child says, "I'm upset because I lost my game," you could respond, "It sounds like you're frustrated because the game didn't go how you wanted." This shows your child that their feelings matter and validates their experience. Listening also helps prevent many of those power struggles we all dread. When a child feels heard, they're less likely to act out for attention. A simple change, like giving your full attention when they speak, can transform your relationship. Consider a few minutes each day where you sit and simply listen. Whether it's talking about their day or sharing their dreams, showing interest in the small things can make a big difference. Lastly, remember that listening isn't just about words. Pay attention to body language, too. Sometimes, a child's actions or even their silence speak louder than their words. Understanding these nonverbal cues can help you respond to their needs before they even say a thing. Chapter 2. From Chaos to Calm. Mastering emotional control as a parent. As a parent, it's easy to get swept up in the emotional currents of the day-to-day grind. However, keeping your emotions in check can have a massive impact on your relationship with your kids. According to a study published in Child Development, children of parents who demonstrate emotional regulation are more likely to have better self-control and academic success. When you feel yourself starting to lose patience, try a grounding technique, such as deep breathing or counting to 10. This simple act can help reset your emotional state before you react. Dr. John Gottman, a well-known psychologist, emphasizes the importance of parents modeling emotional regulation to their children. He calls it emotion coaching, which involves helping your child label and manage their feelings, but it starts with you staying calm. Creating a peaceful home environment begins with you. Set the tone by practicing patience in everyday situations. If your child spills something, instead of raising your voice, gently guide them through cleaning it up. These small moments will teach them how to respond with calmness when life throws unexpected challenges their way. If you find yourself constantly overwhelmed, try carving out time for self-care. Parenting can be demanding, and it's essential to recharge. Whether it's a walk outside, a cup of tea, or some alone time, these moments help you stay grounded. Remember, you're the emotional thermostat in the home. If you stay cool, your child is more likely to follow suit. Chapter 3. Parenting with Humor. Turning tears into giggles. Humor is one of the most underutilized tools in parenting. But using laughter as a tool for connection can make all the difference in how you bond with your kids. According to the Journal of Humor Research, children who are raised in an environment full of humor tend to be more resilient and adaptable in the face of stress. Humor helps them cope with frustration and feel more secure in their relationship with you. Start small. Turn daily routines into games. For example, if it's time for bath time, pretend to be a funny character or make up a silly song. If your child is resistant to brushing their teeth, Pretend their toothbrush is a superhero saving the world from the evil plaque villains. Humor also diffuses tension. Imagine you and your child are in the middle of a meltdown, and suddenly you burst into laughter over something silly. This unexpected shift can reset the emotional atmosphere and make the situation less intense. Children love to see their parents laugh, and it helps them relax in stressful moments. But humor isn't just about being funny. It's also about creating a lighthearted atmosphere that encourages your child to laugh at themselves. When they make a mistake, instead of scolding them, playfully point out the humor in the situation. Oops, looks like we have a little mess here. We'll clean it up together. This helps your child understand that mistakes aren't the end of the world, but an opportunity to learn and grow. In fact, humor also promotes creativity. Studies show that children who grow up in a funny environment are more likely to be imaginative and innovative. So, let your silliness shine. Not only will it bring joy to your home, but it will also shape your child's worldview in a positive way. Don't forget to subscribe for more tips and strategies on how to raise kids you'll truly enjoy spending time with. Chapter 4. The Power of Why. Encouraging curiosity in your kids. Kids are naturally curious, and as parents, it's important to nurture this curiosity. When your child asks, why, it's not just a question, it's a window into their growing understanding of the world. According to the American Journal of Education, kids who are encouraged to ask questions are more likely to excel academically and develop strong problem-solving skills. This chapter is all about helping your child's inquisitiveness flourish. When they ask why the sky is blue or how rain forms, don't just offer a quick answer. Take the opportunity to explain in a simple, yet engaging way. For example, instead of saying, it's because of the atmosphere, say something like, well, the sky looks blue because of the way sunlight hits tiny particles in the air and scatters in all directions. This not only satisfies their curiosity but also teaches them the importance of scientific inquiry. Even if you don't know the answer, make it a learning experience for both of you. Try saying, that's a great question. Let's find out together. This shows your child that it's okay not to know everything and that learning is a lifelong journey. Plus, it teaches them the value of research and problem solving. One way to cultivate curiosity is to create an environment where questions are encouraged. Keep a list of interesting books, tools, or online resources that allow your child to explore answers on their own. For example, science kits or interactive apps can fuel their excitement about learning and discovering new things. You can also incorporate curiosity into everyday activities. Next time you go grocery shopping, ask your child to guess how many apples are in the basket or which fruit is the heaviest. Turning ordinary moments into fun, investigative activities encourages kids to keep asking, why, long after they've learned the answer to the current question. When children feel encouraged to explore and ask questions, they develop a deeper love for learning. They also build self-confidence as they begin to trust their ability to think critically and explore the world around them. Remember, the more you nurture curiosity, the more likely your child is to grow up with an inquisitive and resilient mindset. Chapter 5. Setting Boundaries with Love. Why, no, doesn't mean, I don't care. Setting boundaries might sound like a no-brainer, but many parents struggle to find the balance between enforcing rules and maintaining a loving, supportive relationship with their kids. In fact, a study from Psychology Today found that children with clearly defined boundaries tend to have better self-control and are less likely to engage in risky behaviors later in life. When you say no, it's crucial to do so with compassion. A simple way to do this is by explaining the reason behind your decision. For instance, instead of just saying, no, you can't have dessert now, say, I know you really want dessert, but it's important to eat your dinner first because food helps your body stay strong. By providing context, your child will understand that the boundary is not a rejection of them, but rather an action rooted in care and safety. It's about showing that rules exist to protect them and help them thrive, not to take away their freedom. Consistency is also key when setting boundaries. If you say no to a certain behavior today, be sure to follow through tomorrow. This helps children understand that the rules are not negotiable, which creates a sense of stability. It also builds trust, as your child will know what to expect from you. However, it's also important to allow some room for negotiation, especially with older kids. For example, if your teen asks for an extension on a curfew, listen to their reasoning and offer a compromise if possible. This shows them that their opinion matters, while still respecting the need for boundaries. Boundaries also teach children valuable life lessons. They learn about respect, responsibility, and the importance of making choices. When they understand that their actions have consequences, they are more likely to develop self-discipline. One thing to remember is that boundary setting shouldn't be about control, but about creating a framework where your child can feel secure and loved. Ultimately, setting clear and respectful boundaries strengthens your relationship and ensures that your child feels both supported and guided. Chapter 6. Rewriting the Parenting Rulebook. Breaking free from perfect. It's easy to feel pressure to be a perfect parent. After all, the internet and social media are filled with how-to lists and influencers showing their seemingly flawless parenting moments. But here's the truth: perfection is a myth. In fact, the Harvard Review found that parents who embrace imperfection and admit to mistakes have stronger, more trusting relationships with their kids. Perfectionism can be damaging, not only to you but to your children as well. If you're constantly striving to meet unrealistic expectations, you may overlook the importance of just being present with your child. It's not about having the perfect day or being the perfect role model all the time. It's about being real. Start by giving yourself permission to make mistakes. If you lose your temper, apologize. If you miss a school event, explain why it happened and show your child how you deal with setbacks. This models accountability and teaches them that everyone, including parents, has room to grow. Remember, being good enough as a parent is far more important than being perfect. In fact, a study from the Journal of Family Psychology showed that children whose parents are good enough tend to have better emotional health and stronger relationships. You don't need to have it all figured out. What matters is that you show up, love your child, and make the best choices you can in any given moment. Breaking free from the pressure of perfection also means embracing your child's unique traits and quirks. Instead of comparing them to others, celebrate who they are. Every child is different, and trying to mold them into someone else's idea of perfect only leads to frustration, for both you and them. Allow yourself and your child the freedom to fail and learn together. In those moments, you'll build resilience and create an environment where mistakes are stepping stones toward growth. Finally, remember that you are enough. Parenting doesn't come with a manual, but as long as you show love, patience, and understanding, your child will feel supported. Imperfect parenting is still incredibly impactful. By embracing imperfection, setting healthy boundaries, and encouraging curiosity, you'll not only raise a child who thrives but one who genuinely likes being around you. The most meaningful connections come from being real, compassionate, and present. In the end, it's the messy moments, the mistakes, and the growth that make your parenting journey so special. Don't forget to subscribe to stay updated with more tips on how to raise kids you actually like.